final week or phase of our shoulder exercise program here today. We've got 3 exercises on deck for you, and our first one's going to start over here by the wall. So we got into retraction last week, and it was cervical retraction, all right? So we worked on that spine. Today we're going to work on shoulder retraction, all right? And we're going to do so with extended arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself up against the wall with extended arms. My goal here is to try and, again, pinch my shoulder blades back without elevating at those upper traps, okay? So again, if I feel this motion towards the top part of my shoulders or into my neck, you know that you're completing it incorrectly, all right? We want to feel this one towards the middle of our back into those shoulder blades. Now, one thing that's going to happen here, your body is going to want to bend a little bit at the shoulder, all right? The body wants to do that because a shorter lever makes the movement super, well, not super, but it makes it easier, okay? Easy way to kind of understand that. My arms are right here. If I go out to the side, that's easy. If I extend, that becomes tougher, all right? Longer lever. So is what my body's basically doing is it's shortening the lever by bending at the elbow and then pinching back. It's okay, but try and keep your arms as long as possible. All right, I'll go over to the wall, show you a couple reps. We'll put our hands shoulder height, all right, out in front of us. And again, I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades, trying not to elevate the shoulders. I'm pinching back, squeezing those shoulder blades, letting them come forward, pulling back. Complete anywhere from 10 to 15 repetitions on that one. A little bit tricky again, so if you start with 10 and kind of progress into 15, that would be great. Don't get discouraged by that one if your elbows are bending a little bit. Again, it's a bit of a tough movement just because our elbow wants to bend. It wants to be a part of that muscle recruitment, but try and keep your arms as long as possible. All right, our next exercise here is going to go back into external rotation of the shoulder. I believe it was either in phase 1 or phase 2. We are onto our side and we are kind of taking the hand out in front of us, getting into external rotation, again from a sideline position. Today we're going to get into that motion from a standing position. So I've got my band set up into the door over there. A couple things that we're going to want to key in on are, of course, our posture positions yet again. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself up here so that I can start with this band, this handle directly out in front of me, all right? So what I don't want to do is I don't want to go all the way from this closed off position into an open position, all right? The reason for that is once I'm into this position here, I'm actually having constant tension into that shoulder. So I'm already practicing my external rotation here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull down our core. We're going to brace the core. All right, our shoulders, again, are going to be relaxed. My elbow's tucked into my side. It's not going to move. And I'm going to try and take my hand out to the side as far as I can without an added bend in the elbow and without removing that elbow from the side. So what you shouldn't be doing is bring it out like this or anything along those lines. We want to concentrate on those external rotators of the shoulder as opposed to recruiting other muscles. So we're just right about here, trying to complete 15 repetitions. Now that one's going to get quite a bit of burn into the shoulder. That's okay. It's often a muscle that isn't targeted super specifically, so it's going to get taxed relatively quickly. All right, try that one out. Again, 10 to 15 repetitions on each side. As you get stronger, increase the repetitions, buy another band, get a heavier band, whatever you have to do to continue making progress. All right, now we simply take that external rotation and flip it around into internal rotation. Now, with our internal rotation, things are a little bit different, all right? So what we're trying to accomplish with internal rotation is we're trying to actually kind of bring this hand down towards my opposite pocket. All right, so everything is going to be the same. I'm going to keep my core braced, my elbow is going to be tucked, But instead of just going on a straight plane here, I'm actually going to try and rotate down a little bit as I pull this band across my body. Alright, so core is going to be braced. I'm going to bring the elbow into the side. I've got some tension here in the band, and I'm going to try and bring down towards this pocket here. Alright, so it looks just like so. Elbow stays tucked the entire time. I'm not losing tension of the core. I'll complete 10 to 15 repetitions again. And similar to the external rotation, those muscles might feel taxed relatively quickly. Again, we're not focusing on them all the time. They are active in a lot of the exercises that we do, but we're not putting that direct focus right into those exercises here today. So that wraps up our fourth and final phase of this shoulder exercise program. Again, if you feel some sort of a pain, I recommend completing this exercise program over, the course of a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Try to complete it 2 or 3 times. From there, you can start incorporating some of the exercises into some posture help. We mentioned our I's, our T's, and our Y's in one of the phases, 2 or 3. I cannot quite recall, but again, those exercises are going to be super, super beneficial to you and your posture. If you have any questions or any sort of serious concerns in regards to this program, don't hesitate to reach out to us by giving us a call, sending us a message, or shooting us an email. We hope you enjoy.